I'm hearing you weren't supposed to get up. And this isn't the divine talking. This isn't me talking. This is someone who tried to take your kindness for weakness. Someone who tried to kick you while you're down, step on you to get a leg up. And the way that their operations would work, their ill intent would be successful for them, would be if you remain small, that you remain hidden, that you remain quiet, that you reach for external validation rather than your own divine sovereignty. But you flipped the switch and you didn't take that bait. You flipped the switch and you went within. You flipped the switch and tuned into the higher power. This person, group of people, organization, whatever it is, I'm hearing the word malice. They strive on external, I'm hearing superficial. So some sort of superficial, like some sort of masking, some sort of gloating, some sort of measure of self-worth based on external circumstances or comparison to others. But you don't vibe that way. You vibe higher. And maybe they met you on their off season and that gave them a leg in. And they kind of kept you in their mental capacity in that box within their own judgment, certitudes, or what have you. But the divine had more in store for you. You had more in store for yourself. And the divine is here to say kudos for you for working through whatever negativity was thrown at you, whatever collective energies that you were called to sift through, process, and alchemize, whatever game playing or again malice that you're met with, you worked through those energies and came out on top. And I'm seeing like the steps in Rocky. So I think whatever you've grown through, we're the training grounds for whatever blessings are about to be bestowed upon you. I feel like there's a higher level of commitment within yourself, and then that will get mirrored back out in the opportunities, the doors that are planned. I'm hearing planned for you. So there's some sort of destined outcome, I'd say. Roadblocks, pitfalls. So maybe these like hurdles where you're like, could something work out and streamline? You know what I mean? I feel like, let's just use the workplace scenario as an opportunity for some symbolism here. When there aren't the appropriate processes in place, things can really fumble, right? And so you come up against this oppositional force, you come up against the scenario, and you learn from it and then put systems in place. In our personal lives, a lot of times this means putting some boundaries, putting some people in check, and not being that doormat. You've graduated from the doormat. I have light in the attic, but I'm seeing a book. But that book was misconstrued. Maybe someone judged you, like don't judge a book by its cover. Someone totally judged you, not realizing the depth that was within you, the depth that lied within your experiences, the depth when you choose to read between the lines. This could be like, you know, poetry could be a matter of how many words, whereas someone could sit with those words and write a complete dissertation. Conversations and inspiration. So I feel like this is your light codes that have been activated, or that light codes that you activate with others is requiring others to take accountability on some level. And it's like, they can't shake this off. The way you're mirroring back their need to let go of their ego, the way you're mirroring back or putting that spotlight that someone tried to put on you, where that spotlight from divine intervention is spotlighting someone else's ego and ill intent, this person, this group, they can't shake it off. It's like someone ruined their own reputation trying to ruin yours. I'm hearing lone wolf. Someone might have wanted you to kind of cater to their needs, control an outcome, control a situation, and you weren't meant to be controlled. And they might have tried to put you in the hot seat, but I feel like you're sitting pretty right now because you followed your code, your path, your divine understanding of life. 11, 11, 11. Someone could have used something in your past against you, or a way that you operate against you. I really feel like someone tried to step on you or kick you while you're down in order to get a leg up. And the way that they did that was something in your past. And they put your past in your path, thinking it was a roadblock, but I feel like you honored that, right? While they tried to put you in your hot seat, this is kind of like a solid debate where you stand on business and you got the receipts. So, and what? Like, what? It is what it is what it fucking isn't. I did say that the mistake taking your kindness for weakness. So I feel like the way that you are a caregiver, they didn't expect you to pull back your energy. They didn't expect you to shut the door. I hear slam the door, right? You took a chance on your own code and frequency. Code keeps coming up. You operate with a certain code of ethics, and you're able with your divine gifts to read between the lines in the way another person operates with malice. So all those experiences, again, were training grounds to put someone in check, rightfully so. The divine lined all this up for you to rewrite history. Because this could be like a genetic predisposition. This could be like you weren't supposed to win. All odds were against you. And yet here you are. And there's nothing they can say. Oh, they did some talking. They threw some slander. There could have been some sort of, like, the way you operate, the way you stand on business is like, I'm hearing measurable outcome. It's like you got the receipts. It's in the bag. It's in the bag, you know, something like that. What are they trying to do, man? The bottom deck energy from this deck was vampire, and when I split the deck, it was triggered. Oh, this is what you do. So you step into a situation and your code, let's say code of ethics, your light code, your frequency, your vibration changes everything. It's kind of like there is a certain status quo, right? And as a part of that status quo, let's say there's a hierarchy, right? There's an order of operations that are in existence. Doesn't mean they're effective, doesn't mean that they are healthy, it doesn't mean that someone's being responsible with authority that they have in this hierarchy. Well, you step in with your frequency, all your light love, and a I don't take no shit attitude. And it rewrites existence within that framework. So you have this like situational awareness, and I think people perceive you as naive because they look at your past and judge it. They might look at you as naive because you're kind, caring, and compassionate. They take your helping hand for granted till they bite the hand that fed them. And then they see a different side of you. And then things start to change. And then their ego starts crumbling, or it gets highlighted and it's forced to crumble. I'm seeing Medusa. And so they're mirrored back to the way that they're mirrored back, how I'm taking this, is the way they're mirrored back to themselves. It kind of, I don't know why Stonewall is coming to mind. Maybe they're such a bully, they were trying to stonewall you from being able to speak up. But it feels like, it's like instead of fragmented energies with this chatter about in the community, in the social network, in this workplace, it's like Medusa, when they see him, they turn to stone. It's like that moment in time is fixed. That moment in time is fixed for them. And they can't go back. You were a checkpoint. And they had warning signs. You were a checkpoint. And they didn't pass the test. And now they get to sit back and watch you rise. Rise with integrity. Rise and see you cared for, respected, and loved. When all they were after were their own power games to supply their ego. And the divine said no more. So they brought their baby in. They brought you in. So I'll fix this. I know the one for the job, like Mr. Wolf, right? Mr. Miyagi, they're saying. I use Mr. Wolf because of Pulp Fiction a lot, but they told me Mr. Miyagi. You must be calm, cool, and collective. I don't know. I'm seeing scenes from the movie. It's making me laugh. The wax on, wax off. And how Daniel Sanyas get all mad. Sit with your counsel. I'm hearing loving arms. There's something hidden. Maybe you've been cloaked this whole time. You've been cloaked, like as an underdog in whatever situation this is, scenario that's been lined up. The divine kept you cloaked, and then now they're gonna unmask. They've unmasked this individual to the community, the team, whatever. And now they're gonna spotlight you and take the blinders off from you so that you don't take those projections on of that gaslighting, that social slander, those game playing. And they're going to start to spotlight you in the community, the workplace. This could mean a raise, a promotion. This could be you, symbolically in the family, moving from the kids' table to the head of the table or a different seat at the table. This is giving like boardroom vibes, like you're standing, laying it all out. I feel like you're meant to be heard. I wanted to say you're not meant to be feared, but I feel like there's been some bit of fear of the unknown within you because you're being catapulted. It's kind of like I'm seeing, see myself. The time I was at a camp, a volleyball camp, and it was at a college, and we decided to go swimming, and the diving board was the highest diving board I'd ever been on, and I was a littler person. I wasn't a teenager. I was younger than that. High dive, they're saying. So you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen when you step off the plank, right? And whether the sharks are going to eat you alive, they're saying. But the divine, okay, now I'm seeing another movie. I can't think of the name of it, where she swam from continent to continent. It was like her last second or last try, and what they ended up doing was coming up with a contraption to repel electrically in the water from the boat sharks away from her so she could swim. So it's kind of like the divine intervened to keep you safe, so there's nothing to fear, and you had to take that leap of faith and trust, dive into the emotions, feel the feels, alchemize it, keep going. Oh, let me clear my throat. Wait, I think we misunderstood each other here. Let me reintroduce myself. That's what's part of this unveiling, this cloaking. Let me reintroduce myself, because you're the star. And so you might identify as a starseed collective. There might be you might have the galactic council that you sit with at night, or in meditation, or that supports you in your day-to-day operations here on planet Earth. This is beautiful. You're meant to hold on to the team that supports you insofar as like the divine's got your back, your spirit team's got your back. Have faith, right? I'm not gonna. And just put into perspective human nature, let's say that. To be more professional, demeanor, and an outlook. So these are from Unapologetically Des. I just found her channel like a week and a half ago. So I ordered a deck. So quantum codes, I've been putting them on a piece of paper or water and setting that intention. So the idea is, the premise is, you know how we read the license plates, you pay attention to the numbers on the clock, and you're like, hey, 1111, 222, same 444 again. Well, this is that communicating back out into the universe. According to what she says in her channel, the dashes are important, excuse me. I guess it's no different than a comma or a period. So 1862 398. So I feel like this goes with that first card we saw, that bottom deck energy. I can't remember what it was. This memory thing, man. All right, another card fell on the floor. So I feel like outlook. So keep things in check. Being professional is different from being deceptive. And I say that because some people have heard it from a younger crowd that's like, oh, I'm just gonna be myself. Well, sometimes you just gotta, you know, iron your shirt. For patience in hardship. So you're growing through something at this time. You're breaking free with that star energy. Something is both healing and being illuminated in the dark, right? You're an empath. You pick up on a lot, and so you're meant to use what you pick up on, help alchemize it, and carry on. You are the light in the dark. I am kind of getting this sense with the star card of like the star that Harriet Tubman prayed to find her way along the Underground Railroad to Leeds. So there could be something there for you. So with these two codes, I would put both of those, like one on, write them both. Des also says something about like writing on a candle and burn it. Up to you. Careful with that. 96 41 327. Let me say those again, for that way you don't have to go back. Professionalism, positive outlook and demeanor. Excuse me, 1862 398. For patience and hardship, 96 41 327. All right, please, as always, only take what resonates, go within, go up, and trust what the divine brings through to you. Remember, endings bring about new beginnings. I'm seeing this sense of like opening up for a hug rather than curling up. This is different from hermit energy. This is more like being in like Kuan Yin receptive energy. Lots of light and love your way.